Flosstube, it's Kerry in Stitches. It's Friday the 17th of January and not April or July, as I've said in previous other takes. It's Flosstube 61. Welcome to my channel. I've done 55 takes after having a really good take, and then my phone went, storage full. So, you know, 150 photographs deleted later, and we'll see how we get on. So, welcome to my channel if you're new. It's a channel about cross stitch and a few other crafts thrown in for good measure. Welcome back if you are a returning friend. It's great to have you all here with me. So, what's it been like the last 2 weeks since you last saw me? Kids back at school, yay. Routines are great. Kids back at school, work is good. It's a busy time of year for us. We get a lot of new cases in, as well as it being end of our financial year, so it's really busy. But I'm in a good place with it. So I like my job, so I'm really happy. Home's good for visitors on Sunday, so that's going to be my family know that I'll be kind of headless chicken, because I'm one of these people that goes, my house is awful, it's terrible, it's an awful mess, kind of, yeah, and I will clean and clean and clean and clean and clean. Yeah, so they have that to put up with between now and Sunday. Other than that, things good. Yeah, let's crack on. So I feel very kind of frog in my throat kind of thing, so I may cough, and I will be having a drink because my throat feels really icky. I've still not completely shifted this cough. It's been 7 weeks now since I got it, so it's miserable. Hey ho, what are you gonna do? So let's crack on. Probably hasn't helped that I've done so many takes of this video that my throat's dry. I've had a finish. Oh, this is Country Cottage Needleworks stitching time, and I won this on Stitchy Shannon's channel, and she sent it me fully kitted and in a lovely project bag which is all funky hedgehogs, and I love that lime green because it's very me. So you can guess what was the inspiration for my fabric. She did send the call for fabric as well, but I decided to go with this one, which was gifted to me in a Biscorno swap by Heather Airy Stitches on Instagram. I think that's I think of these things after I've started the video and can't go back and check. So there we go. A few changes to the colours. Basically I picked the 4 kind of main colours and changed those to weeks from DMC. So those are the DMC. If I pick them up with the other hand, those were the weeks that I used. So very, very similar, just kind of ones that just had a bit of variation. So the green, dark green in the border was Bayberry, the peachy colour Cantaloupe, the pink Busy Lizzie, and Caribbean for the kind of turquoisey green. I was going to completely change the colours, and then I went, no, I haven't got the energy. Let's just go with that. I like the colours. Change the fabric. Fabulous finish. Sharon asked me what I planned on doing with it, so let's just covered in a pile of threads. Friday is my unkitting and putting away day because it's my day off. Although I haven't got a Friday off next week, or Tuesday off, because I need to do something. So let's just turn that round there. So that's basically my plan is to flat fold this or flat mount it or whatever it is, with some white to pick out the white inner borders, and then hang it from this. My friend Sarah bought me this a few years ago, and I just thought it would look really nice hanging from that. I may, to give me a bit more hanging space and just to make it fit better, actually mount this onto a bit of this behind, and then just use white and lime green rip cracks just to kind of tie them both together. And I've got ideas. I have a plan, Sharon, I have a plan. When will it get done? Who knows? Michelle, we need a new release the date for the next Flosstube FFO weekend. Excuse me. Right, then I finished, I'm in Cheryl's Daily 30 group, as you know. It's a closed group, I'm afraid, at the moment. Anywho, I started this 2018, Christmas 2018, and this is my little gnome, and look, he's finished. Well, he's finished as much as I'm doing from the chart. The chart does have Merry Christmas charted across the bottom, and then there are snowflakes as well, but I did him because I just wanted to make him pretty much like that. So he will sit in this little sleigh. Like so, or something like that. He is stitched 1/1 on a 28 count fabric flare of some description. It was in a grab bag, but I know it's fabric flare. The Call for Colours, I think. Yes, in the Call for Colours. Oh, we'll go. It's probably Call for. There might be the odd one that I've just grabbed something because I happened to have that much left on the table of something else, which I think the cheeks might be in. Actually, if I remember rightly, I think the cheeks are. His nose and his cheeks are actually in Weeks Cantaloupe because I was stitching time and had a piece like that kind of on the table. So like, that'll do for that because I couldn't find the peach and couldn't bother to get the DMC out. There you go. So when I finished him onto my whips, I replaced him in my Daily 30, which is the 30-minute stitch on something for 30 minutes a day, with my seagulls from Cross Stitcher. Does it say which number Cross Stitcher? Yeah, 332. It's a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be, this one. And it didn't help when I actually lost the really pale bluey grey and had to replace it. So with the Call for DMC, and it's not quite right, but I wasn't going to go hunting. It'll do. Yeah. So pretty much this entire piece of Ada is filled. That is the edge there. You can see what the kind of margins they like to leave. It's fun. I'm colour completing sort of two colours simultaneously, so I stitch as much orange as I can until I need to stitch the palest blue to get me to the next place, and then I carry on with the orange, and I'm doing that basically just to get all the seagulls in, and then I will fill in the other colours. The other colours are on there at the time because I couldn't find any of the pale blue and couldn't do any of the orange until I found pale blue and needed something else. So there you go. I tend to do my Daily 30 just before bed. I found that I will go upstairs and watch a bit of TV in bed, and I tend to take that up with me and stitch on it for 30 minutes. So I was using them as travel projects, but I find that I get 10 minutes and then 10 minutes and then I have to find another 10 minutes, and I don't know. It's a pain. Another prompt within the group was for one of my weekly challenges. I stitched on something with the door, maybe. There we go. Jack Frost Tree Farm, still on the first one. Will they get finished this year? Maybe. I'd like to get them finished this year. I didn't do much Christmas stitching last year. I did, but I didn't finish much. I think I had like 3 finishes last year of Christmas stuff. So I would really like to get the full set done. Because this looked lovely at Christmas with all my Christmas stitching on. So I would basically like to clear a shelf and just have them on a shelf. Finished kind of very Vonner-ish from how she did. Yeah, I think that she's done those mini pillows on this. Oh, let's just pull one out. I'm going to pull that one out. She's done them as pillows, but I kind of like the idea of just with a little bit of green around the top. So I'm probably going to do cube finishes with a little greenery sprigs across the top. That's my plan. Yeah, that's my plan. I might try and find some buttons, tiny ornaments, just so I can put something in the middle and maybe find something from each chart just to kind of, I don't know, that's an idea. That has literally just come to me. Anyway, so there we go. That's where I'm at with that. You can see straight through it. It's Access Commodities, linen in mushroom, 32, 30 count, I don't know. There we go. Not a lot, but I'm hoping to try and concentrate on this a bit more. Try and get a few. I think once I get this one done, the other charts are a lot smaller. Essentially this is 3. This is the same height as all the smaller ones, but it's 3 along. So I'd kind of, once I get that one done, you know, the others are going to fly by. Like the one I just showed you, you know, I mean, they're not that, I don't know, I can't remember what the stitch count is. Probably 60 something. And I may have said it was Country Cottage Needleworks, but it's not, it's Little House. So I'm sorry about the break there. Postman came to the door. Tom will be pleased, it's his new hoodie. Right, I was talking about whips, so let's knock a load of things off the sofa. So, Needles Dance. I have no idea. Oh, is that a chart for it? There we go. Needles Dance. A collaboration from Nashville between Ink Circles, Hands On Design and Summer House Stitchworks. I've loved this. I loved it as soon as I saw it. There are not many charts that I'm impulsive about. In fact, I can only think of 3. Just trying to think what I've pre-ordered. Yeah, the 2 bees from Blue Flower Design, Sleeping Bee and Quilting Bee. Those were kind of, yes, having those. And also this one. Never been particularly impulsive about anything else. So there you go. Even when Lizzie Kate retired, I was like, yeah, if I wanted, I'd get it. We kind of regret a little couple of those. Would really like to finish my collection of the strings off. Yeah, especially Easter string and Thankful string. I'd like to get those too. But other than that, yeah, not that particularly impulsive. So I got this fully, as you know, I got the complete kit. I hate, the linen was horrible. Although I don't know anybody else has had major problems. So maybe it's just me. There we go, that's where I'm at with it. So I know I'd done a couple of bits when you last saw it, but basically since Christmas I've stitched everything below the border under dance. So everything all from here downwards. That is pretty much the bottom of the page there. All it is this border that repeats round and up, and I've frogged that border. I had that sprig stitched, I've had to frog that out because I can't count. I think it's because there are, in places, the linen's got those really tiny kind of really fine linen threads, the ones that easily get caught with the others, and so I'm ending up stitching over 3 in places, and it's kind of thrown out. There's a counting itself at the top, and I don't care anymore. I got the point after frogging it 5 times. I was like, no, it's not. I'm just not. So it's about 1,000 stitches to go on this. So we're going to kind of segue into plans, and I am saying I'm going to get this finished by the time that I record in 2 weeks' time. So there you go. I love the design, don't like the fabric. I mean, I am frogging, for every 100 stitches I'm frogging at least 50. So if I kind of feel like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I'm sure I'd be in about 600 stitches left to go if I hadn't have had to frog the border. So in the last fortnight, she just picks it back up again. Last fortnight, the border was down here. I've taken that out. So I've ripped that one out. That was stitched on that side. I have taken out either that, or it was that, and I think it was that. Yeah, it was this one. So I got down to the bottom of the blue, which was the first bit I stitched, not the, I stitched the blue before I stitched the green edges to it. And I got to the bottom and then realised it was half stitched out, so the entire of the one side came out, and then I restitched it. Yeah. In my shell bag. I love my shell bag. Kind of feels right to be in a shell bag if it's a Daily 30 project. So I do love it, and it just gives me such problems. But I am setting myself a challenge of having it done by the next time I see you. Will be 17, 24, 31st. There we go, that'll be perfect. It'll be stitched from stash credit too. She says now, having to work out what stitch from stash credit it is. What's that then? 90, so that will be 115 by 115. What's that? Books over there, can't work it out. 14, was that £14 credit for me? No idea. Believe me, I am taking my threads bonus and all that kind of thing on that, as much as I can get out of that one. what was I going to say? Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing Stitch and Stash again this year. I do it every year. I like Stitch and Stash. It kind of keeps me accountable. But I'm doing well. So stitching time was £11 credit. I must check the Fuzzy Fox actually, because despite the fact that, you know, it's that big, because it's actually over one, it's it'd be quite a decent credit, I would imagine. Probably going to be about an £8 credit on that. Needle stance would be 11 again. Seagulls, probably. Guessing actually a £4 credit on seagulls. That'd be good. I don't know. I don't know what the stitch count is. She says having a quick look. I love stitch counts. Yeah, 44 by 55. So yeah, that's a £4 credit for me. £3.50. I forget what my conversion is. So £1.50, £3.50, £6.50. I think it goes. I don't know. I can't remember. We're good. Anyway, yes. So that'll be that. So I'm in a good place with Stitch and Stash, considering I've only spent £2 so far this year. So there we go. Right. So that's all the stitching. That's where I'm at with stitching. I think only 5 minutes on stitching. That's when I've just remembered this second video. Right. Other plans. So carry on with daily 30. Finish Needles Dance. I know what I'm substituting in for the scavenger hunt, because you need to have 3 whips on it, and I'm going to put into place my Lizzie Kate Flippets and get those done. Yeah, because they're small. She also recommended small, medium, large. At the moment I've got a large and 2 small, a large and 2 mediums. So what I call those, you know, in my eyes that's what they are. So, you know, small to me is anything around 60 or less. A medium, you know, 60 to 120. So I would say Needles Dance, that kind of thing's a medium project to me. A large, anything over about 150 is a large to me. So that's my thing. What you consider small, medium, large for you, obviously completely different, especially Haid stitches. I think they look at that and go, well, that's about 3 minutes work. Anywho, so you know, all these would be smalls for Haid stitches, I guess, but each to their own, because that's the beauty of cross stitch. So what we got, tiny bit of haul. As I said, I bought one of the koalas that's been released for the Australian Bushfire charity. I bought the Fiddlesticks AU one, and I don't have it printed out yet or anything, but I think you know which one it is. It was one of the, I think it was the first one to be released, so I bought that, and I do like the Hands Across the Sea sampler, and I may invest in that. So what have I bought? So haul, my Sparkly fabric came in very crinkly paper. So these were the December ones, they arrived beginning of January. So that was a December special. That's pretty true to colour. I'm not going to get it. Looks like it's a fairly even model, so I'm not going to get it out of the bag. I haven't actually opened these at all yet. And again, BST. I do have this. Actually, I think I have a piece in 35. So, but it's a lot different. It's a lot. The BST I've got is a lot paler. So, just goes to show. It's quite a bit dark on the back. And again, that's the 35 count linen. So there's from Sparklers. Right. I had a voucher from Paper Chase which I had to use up, and I found these scissors in there. So bought scissors. Don't cut them just because they were pretty, and they cut quite well. They didn't cost me anything for Stitch and Stash because it was like a loyalty voucher thing. So, and I bought post-it notes with the rest of it, as you do. So I had £5 to spend, and they were £2.50 in sale. So free scissors. My weeks came in. I'm in the Weeks Club for Lakeside Needlecraft. We have got, so I'm in the D's and E's now. Dry sage, so eucalyptus and dry sage. Envy is the green and Emma's pink. I love that green, that's gorgeous. Brown is driftwood and then emerald. And then we've got Dutch iris, and the purple is eggplant. So they're all really good colours, those. So that's my weeks. So my weeks doesn't count for my Stitch from Stash either, because I've been in the club 18 months now. And my sparklers doesn't, because that's the thing. So as I said, I spent £2 this one. I don't even think it was £2 my chart, and by the time they done the conversion. So yeah. I also had a card from Leonie, Stitching Nonny, and I'm showing it because it's fantastic. I love that. Isn't it fun? So I'll be keeping that card. Last thing to do is the flip through of Cross Stitch Crazy. So cover kit was that. Cross Stitch Crazy, actually, these bags feel different. Okay. Ah, okay. I thought the bags felt different to normal. Cross Stitch Crazy have really kicked up their environmental game. It came in a paper envelope. Unfortunately, the envelope was ripped. I was worried that I'd lost my cover kit, but I haven't. And then I was saying that parts of this can't be recycled, like with your bin collections. So they've got a new thing about recycling, and they'll recycle bits of it. So that's really good. Really pleased about that. That's really, if you've got no recycling facilities, or they have to pay for it. So I mean, potentially you could bag up a bunch of them, but that's a really kind of good idea. So there we go. Cross Stitch Crazy. This is issue 265. So let's go with a quick flip through, and I've got a hair tickling my nose. There we go. There's the contents page. Hair tickling my nose. Oh, don't you hate it? It's not Flosstube itchy nose, it's hair tickling itchy nose. Right. So those are the mice. These are Lucy Heaton mice from Fairy Tales. They're the cover kit. We've got the shed, designed by Julia Rigby. That's quite cool. Reminds me of very Bothy Threads kind of thing. I wonder whether she designed for Bothy Threads. All the letters page. More letters and a frog. Next time's a bee. We've got, I've got a paper cut on my thumb and it's making it very hard to turn the pages. Celeb Stitch is Jodie Whittaker, the current Doctor Who. 50 gift ideas. I don't know, whatever that says. Oh, Asian wildlife. There you go. Couldn't read it. Couldn't read it backwards and upside down. There are some cute things in here. Okay. Mother's Day cards, because Mother's Day in the UK is March, 4th Sunday in Lent. But they'd make, you could take out Mum and put other names in, and they'd make really nice cards for anybody, really. Well, maybe not a 7-year-old boy, but you know. Crazy for Fun Frogs. That's just charts. So there's one of them. That's not the chart. That is the generated. What's it? Maria Diaz. We've got wedding milestone cards. So with the things so like paper, tin, pearl, ruby. So that's cool. Mardi Gras masks, couldn't think of the word then. We've got quick stitch teacups, ladybird alphabet, and numbers. These are cool. Emma Congdon. Anybody who saw the Being Inspired? She's got some little, she's using them as glass charms there, but you could just do them as key rings. I mean, they're about, you know, they rec 25, yeah, 27 by 26 is the biggest one, so they're tiny. So good fun. Spring Bouquet, Kay Widdowson, and they've also got an interview with her too. Challenge Lucy's got a thistle, a mouse riding a bicycle, a hiker, pointer dog, Carnaby Street, and a seahorse. Picture frames. And in the next issue, so Follow Your Heart, Emma Congdon is the free gift. That's quite cool actually. A little Easter makes. The birds are pretty nice, so yeah. That'll be here in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So that's Cross Stitch Crazy 265, and I've got... So, quick recap of the plans. The plans are needle stance, I'm thinking Jack Frost. I'm going to finish probably finish the Seagulls, and my next day 30 is going to be... I reckon Lottie really wants me to get her Letters from a Mermaid done, so I'm thinking it's going to be that. And I'd quite like to get some work on my black work lady too. So plans, no new starts planned. I'm going to finish kitting up the ones I mentioned in my last Flosstube. Now I've got Flosstube itchy nose. And we'll see how we go. Trying to get those whips down. I'm down to 10 now. Yeah, 8's my aim, I think. 8's my aim. So shout out Kayla Kolla. I'll link her below. She is relatively new. She's got about 9, I think it's 9 videos out. 20-minute videos at the tops. Lovely. She's got lovely varied projects. She's one of our daily 30ers. Go show her some love. Really nice to listen to. Stitches lots of quite a good variation. And I love the cardigan she has on or the top that she has on in her first video. There you go. Have a great stitchy fortnight, friends, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye. So here is my swap parcel for my and Heather's holiday theme swap. Heather chose Halloween, and I think mine's going to be Christmas because I do love Christmas. So let me run through what I packaged up for Heather. So skeleton frog, because little wind up Dracula because he was funny. Chocolates, tie-dyed socks by my favourite tie-dyer Bramble Rose, hot chocolate spooky spoon, beads and whatnot, and I'm calling the handmade charms Severed Hands because that's me. Wheats Dye Works in Absinthe, Amethyst and Blaze, and a Joddery Designs Jack-o'-lantern. Plum Street Samplers Buzz Off. I love this pattern. Heather first showed me it and I hadn't seen it before, and yes, I need to get that myself. And a couple of scissor fobs for the one with the TARDIS charm, and that one's got friendly plastic kind of, yeah. So to the Biscornu, it is by Doreen Jones for Lakeside Needlecraft. It is a completely black design and it matched their 2017 Halloween design. Anyway, so I just put some colour in using the same weeks as I'm sending Heather, and also glow in the dark DMC there too. So I absolutely, the fabric is, no, it's gone. I was gifted it in a swap last year and it's really lovely. So I'm perfect for this, I think. So that's the top. And then we've got the bottom. So I didn't do the big centre design because I wanted to use this pumpkin button. So again, just using some of the colour accents and the severed hand. Absolutely love this, and it's very hard to part with it. I also did a couple of little parcels for Heather's kids too. with just with Halloween masks and some sweets. So there we go. I'm looking forward to getting my parcel from Heather. Be exciting.